Lil Reese reacts to YB's verse about King Von as well as Oblock. Let's get into it, man. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe. There's no secret that Oblock as well as OTF members and YB and 4K Trey members aren't the best of friends. A lot has been said about why the two individual groups or labels don't get along and why they don't like each other, and some of it centers around the relationship between King Von and Youngboy. Now, one time these two groups were cool, and there's actually video of King Von with Quando Rondo. Now, some claim that this started over a female. Many assume that King Von and YB's baby mother, Jania, actually had some type of relation, as well as people point to the fact that Asian Doll at some point was around YB and the rest of his crew at a time where she was supposed to have been broke up with King Von for a moment. Many people also assume that's what led up to the incident that took place in Atlanta, where King Von looks to be running up on Quando Rondo, and we all know what actually happened after. Now, since then, the two sides have been throwing subliminals at each other. Now, there was a room on Clubhouse that was started by OTF and Oblock affiliates that YB actually surfaced in, as well as other people who were along with 4K Trey. Now, at some point, Lil Tim also was on Clubhouse, as well as Quando Rondo, and they all were saying things that was directed towards the entire Oblock and OTF situation. Now, in the latest incident, YB releases new music where he names Oblock directly, as well as he talks about smoking on that Oblock pack. Those were just two lines out of a lot of stuff that NBA Youngboy said in this song. Now, he actually went at Fredo Bang, as well as he told anybody that wanted it, they could come to Utah and get it. Now, Quando Rondo didn't waste no time reacting to this and posting it in his Instagram story by saying Oblock pack get rolled up every day, no kizzy. Now, while people are still finding this song and reacting to it on social media, as well as Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, all the above, Lil Reese wasn't feeling it at all. Now, Lil Reese would take to his Twitter to actually respond to something that academics tweeted. Now, academics would say that NBA Youngboy was on a certain type of time right now. He also said that he was dropping a whole tape Friday. Now, Lil Reese would respond to that by saying that ain't no type of time. He just rapping like the rest of these rappers, all rap. Now, we do know that Lil Reese is somebody who's been in the streets with this drill scene from the beginning. A lot has happened to Lil Reese. A lot of people who Lil Reese got into it with are no longer around to talk about it. But at the end of the day, I don't know what type of work Lil Reese has put in, which may be a good thing for Lil Reese, that people don't know how he gets down and what he's actually done or doing out here in these streets. But at this particular time, what we can say is that Oblock as well as OTF and people who were around King Von have been being taunted ever since this thing happened. Now, a lot of people may look at some of the Chicago rappers as being larger than life in some aspects because of all of the things that are associated with their name. We also got to understand that the boys in Oblock are going through a case right now associated with what happened to FBG Duck. You have Dirk, who's trying to stay out the way and chill because he also is fighting a situation in Atlanta that him and King Von actually found themselves in several years back. A lot of things may not be being done how people would expect it to be done for other circumstances or other reasons. People just don't want to crash out. On the other hand, you had the Fredo Bang situation with NBA Youngboy. Those two individuals are actually from the same city. They're from opposite sides. We've talked about the bottom boys as well as the top boys on several of our other videos. So maybe if anything else comes out about that, I'll do a video on the NBA Youngboy and Fredo Bang situation. But get in the comment section, let me know what y'all think about all of this. I'm Almighty the Ruler. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so you're notified each and every time I upload new content.